friends, Pastor Amy here from Southgate United Methodist Church, accompanied by...
Hi, church. Pastor Jeff here from Trinity United Methodist Church. I think this might count as a tradition now. Last year during the pandemic, when we started this, for our wedding anniversary, we did our videos for our two churches together. Mm-hmm. And here we are, year 2.
Dad, do you want to introduce the...
Oh, yeah, this is Lily. I've actually had people at Trinity ask why Lily hasn't been in any videos lately. So here you go. She's really shaggy. Turns out there's a long waiting list at the groomer. This is ear, this is ear, this is shag. Don't confuse the two.
Yeah, don't cut the one. Yeah, anyway. So, our anniversary is coming up on Thursday. So, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. I always know the date. I can never remember how many years.
14. We talked last year. Last year was, we were in the pandemic was heating up. And it was year 13.
It's literally 13. A barn swallow out the window. Stop it.
She wants to go chase the birdies. So we talked about like those traditional gifts for anniversaries, and for year 13 we couldn't remember, but it was lace. So I got you an anniversary gift from last year for lace.
Oh, why thank you, dear. Oh, and I'm glad it's a shoelace and not like lace, because that's not my style.
It's a lace.
Could you like a lace collar on my black t-shirt?
Ooh, get you a Ruth Bader Ginsburg collar.
You know, I might actually do that. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, but okay. So this year is year 14.
Quiet. Okay, I'm gonna put you down.
Okay. Yeah. And so, did you know what the traditional gift is for year 14?
No, I do not.
It is ivory. Yes. So I had to think about that.
That's problematic.
Because it's illegal, right? So I got something else instead. Here we go.
You know that will be co-opted by our kids. Now you know what Mommy is famous for in our house. It's her elephant impression.
Yeah. I'm also demonstrating one of our COVID survival strategies, a sense of humor.
You know what? I got you a gift too.
Did you? I'm scared.
Fruit.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I
got you fruit. Okay, never mind. We're at our kitchen table if nobody figured that out.
So you get to name
Thank
this
you, dear.
You're welcome. Happy anniversary.
No, we wanted, I didn't know she was going to do that, but...
What'd you get me?
Fruit! I told you! That joke has already been done. No, what we wanted to kind of talk about along with it, though, is marriage in COVID, because it's been a thing. No, no. I mean, we're being silly, but one thing that we see as pastors, and I'm not thinking anybody in specific here. This is just general trends. There are a lot of marriages that have felt different kinds of pressure this last year. Parenting is always a stressor on a marriage. I mean, no, good stressor now. I'm going to say, we love kids. But it is a stress that's put on marriage that takes some attention, like date nights and things like that. And I'm going to guess that the older couples in our churches would say something similar. I'm just making this up. I don't really know, but probably they get sick enough seeing each other normally. Now that they can't go out at all,
you got your 4 walls in each other.
So even during normal times, you need ways to keep a marriage healthy. And one thing I always tell couples whenever I'm honored to officiate a wedding is date night. Date night, date night, date night. Even though you spend, let's say it's before kids, even though you spend every night together, it's different when you go out. It's different when you go out and you have a time that is for the other person, that's given to them, that's dedicated to that purpose. And when you have kids, when they're busy jobs, whatever, it's all the more important to get that time. So what happens in COVID when all of a sudden you can't go anywhere? Not only can you not get a babysitter, but even if you could, you don't have anywhere to go. It's hard.
Yeah.
That's when I toss it back to you.
Sure. No, it has been a challenge. Even getting those introvert breaks too, when we just need that time to ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot about introverts and extroverts. Extroverts at first hated the pandemic, hated the lockdown because they couldn't see people all the time. But I think as we've gone on, extroverts have by and large figured out ways to have at least something. But introverts, meanwhile, can't get away from their families as much as they love them. I'm talking about me here. I went to a coffee shop and sat and did something just for fun by myself for the first successful time in a year, just this last weekend, and I didn't know how much I needed it. It made me a better father and husband when I came home. Just one trip to the coffee shop, I think. At least I feel that way.
Yeah, you did come back a different person from that, and it's just part of human nature, even the people that you love very, very deeply, you need a break from them. And, you live a certain way together in a household and then the routine changes and you got to figure things out differently. And that doesn't mean that there's something inherently wrong in the relationship. It just means, you got to get creative and figure out how to live with each other.
It doesn't mean there's something inherently wrong with the other person sometimes. No, that's just life. And part of the challenge and joy of marriage is that you get to figure these things out together. When life changes again, you get to figure it out together again.
Yeah, it keeps you on your toes.
Getting all mushy now.
Aw, shucks. But yeah, I mean, it's been a challenging year, but I wouldn't want to go through it with anybody else. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's really well said.
Yeah, and we've had our opportunities to do things. We find creative ways to take advantage of those times, like
the grandparents risked a visit mid-pandemic, responsibly, of course, but and then that gave us a little. There's nowhere we could go, but we at least had something, a little bit of pressure.
I think we did a drive-through and just sat in the car. We've done that a lot of lunches.
It's a COVID day. Yeah. In the early days, we did a lot of lunch dates and eating in the car.
Yeah, and that's been really helpful, I think. Some of my most stressful days, you're my go-to.
I'll just text her peanut butter chicken, and she knows what I mean. Yeah. My favorite divey Chinese.
Yeah. What is that? Walk
Express, I think?
Yes, on 56.
Oh, it's good.
Peanut butter chicken. Anyway, shameless plug for our favorite place.
It is divey, just fair warning. But it's also so very comfortable and good, and good people there, too.
Yeah. So... So humor and grace, I think, is another COVID survival strategy.
I'll let you share whatever you're comfortable with for your own self, but I've been sliding towards needing treated for anxiety for years. I've shared this with my church before, but it was the pandemic that put it over the edge. Guess from whom I needed grace in that journey, and still do. I don't think there's a human alive that during this time or maybe any time, that can't tell a similar story.
Yeah, and I've had a similar journey in dealing with some anxiety, depression. It's been all my adult life, and of course the pandemic exacerbates it. So being open to one another and recognizing when mental health care is really needed, I think, is important, and being open enough with one another to receive that feedback. That's important as well. To say, hey, to your partner, how are you doing today? Do you need to talk to somebody? Have you thought about this? And that's important, to name those things that other people might not feel that they can. Yeah.
So we haven't really mentioned God. We are pastors. But Grace. God is kind of the fabric. God is kind of the thread that's weaving all of this together. At least it is for us, and should be for everyone, I think. The Holy Spirit's been involved every step of that way.
Totally.
Yeah. All right. Pandemic's wrapping down, hopefully, God willing. Now we got to figure it all out again.
Yeah, right.
See you at year 15. I'll see you sooner.
Oh, yeah, now I got to figure out year 15 gift. I don't even know what that is.
You know who'd like this? Lily.
She'd chew it apart.
She can
destroy
that little bitty dog can pull the stuffing out of anything in 2 minutes. All right. We'll see y'all soon. We got to do a pulpit swap again sometime. We got to do a pulpit swap again sometime.
Pulpit swap.
So.
All right.
All right. We didn't talk about how we're going to end this.
No, we didn't.
Take care. We'll see you soon.
Bye now.
Yeah, I have to cough. You know I can't start without coughing.
No. Did you get it out of the way? There we go. All right. Hello, friends. Pastor Amy here from Southgate United Methodist Church here with...
Hi. Okay, can we start it over again? I have dog fur in my mouth. Let's try it again.
We can have an outtakes reel at the
Yes,
end.
we may have to.
Dogs necessitate this.